How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Audrey.
And what are we playing today?
A Star Wars game.
Star Wars
It's
game
called
that's
Star
called
Wars,
Pandemic, the Clone Wars.
the Clone Wars.
It's technically Star Wars, the Clone Wars, but it's really Star Wars Pandemic. I guess they didn't want to use the word pandemic. We do see Peter over there. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Welcome to
Peter.
the stream. But yeah, we are playing it because, of course, May is Star Wars month because, you know, May the 4th be with you started it off. We did have to cancel Tuesday's live stream of the Dice game, the Destiny's game, but we'll probably try to see if we can schedule that again. I did have two playthroughs of Villainous and two playthroughs of Pandemic, so maybe we'll switch one of those out for the Dice game. You guys let us know down in the comment if you would like to see Destiny's played again. Of course, since that video isn't up, there is a new Star Wars TCG coming out, so I don't know if we'll play that. I would almost guarantee I'll get the starter decks once I can find them. Hopefully scalpers and flippers don't do like they're going to do with Lorcana, which is the Disney TCG coming out, which they did with Pokemon. But Pokemon, I think Pokemon starter decks are kind of easy to find now because the flippers have learned those aren't worth money. But this being a first edition, I could see the flippers and scalpers picking up everything that's got the Star Wars or the Lorcana on it. So we'll see. That's next year. Maybe by that point we'll have enough subscriber count to where Fantasy Flight Game will send us some of the copies, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Fantasy Flight doesn't send things to much of anybody, from what I understand. Also, why do we stream? Why do we do what we do?
We do all this because we support Children's Miracle Network.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Life.
because so we can have fun playing games, but she is actually correct. We do all of this. We make these videos para los niños.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how can they help the niños?
You can help the niños by donating.
Yep.
Using the links down below.
Links down below. The other way you can do it is by becoming a member like Peter S. Peter S has been a member for a couple months now. All that money goes towards Extra Life charities. Also in the background, maybe over our shoulder, you may see some Marvel games. We haven't posted that video. We did record it Tuesday night. That will be going up, which is our upcoming giveaway for hitting $250 our milestone. The next giveaway should have been $500, but I decided we'll just do 3 at once. Why? The more we give away, the more money we can possibly raise para los niños, right? So of course, make sure you subscribe so you know when that giveaway goes live. All right, with that said, we're going to go ahead and flip over, and I'm going to give a brief rundown of how the game works. I'm not going to get into too much detail because it is pretty similar to Pandemic. So there we are. We are set up for a 2-player game of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And why is that?
Because we are two
Starts with a J.
Jedi.
Jedi. There we go. All right, so I've just got to watch all 9 movies again. We've just determined that. But there are 2 Jedi against the Sith, or not necessarily the Sith, I guess the Empire. We are going against Asajj Ventress. She is recommended as the very first one. You also notice a little bit of shiny underneath of some of the stuff. I did that for visibility for you guys because they're very hard to see on the board otherwise. So the gold markers are us and Asajj. Little copper markers just show the planets that have droids currently on them. So in normal Pandemic fashion, you're going to be drawing cards to place out, well, all of these battle droids. Unlike regular Pandemic, they don't spread. Instead, if you ever get to where there's 3 droids, a blockade will come out, and basically, like, for example, if a blockade was here, which it technically can't be because there's only 1 droid, but if the blockade was here and there were 3 droids, you can't do anything else until that is eliminated. Droids have 1 hit point, blockades have 2. Asajj currently has 3, although in her final form, because she's going to be like Frieza and go into her final form, she may get stronger. During our turn, we can take 4 actions. We can move, and we can move as much as we want. So we can go 1, 2. That takes 2 actions. Audrey has a special ability that lets her move 2 as a free action. If you have the blue flight cards, that allows you to move twice as an action. And then once you move, the next thing you could do would be attack. So I can attack the little droid there. I can roll the die. If I get a 1, he goes away. Adios. Bye-bye. Hasta luego.
They are all 1?
Yeah, all of them are 1. So if I rolled a 3, so say I was down here instead, and I rolled this 3, then I would actually get rid of all 3 of them. However, there is a little mark here. That does mean I need to take damage. You can prevent damage with the yellow cards. Oddity's yellow card is off the side of the screen there. But the yellow card allows you to block damage, or I have to discard one of my cards to, which is basically like damage, right? Like most games where your hit points are tracked by your cards. The next thing you can do is complete a mission. Now we cannot complete this mission here because Asajj is there, but Oddity could go up here and try to complete this mission up here. The white mission requires a total of 6, either the stealth or the assault cards, which is the purple and the red. Same thing, you'll roll the die, that gives you 2, and then if I'm on the planet, I can help contribute, but right now that would be a failure, because if I did it, because I only have 4, it'd be a complete failure for Oddity because she has no red or purple at all, so that would have been a bad choice to go there. All right. That's basically it. We are playing the Padawan mode, which is only 3 missions. So we have 1, 2, and a third one up here. Once these 3 are done, we're going to flip over Asajj, and then we're going to go into the final battle. Asajj's current tactic, and we have a little reminder over there to remind us, is if she is on a mission spot, the threat tracker goes up. So same as regular pandemic, if that threat goes all the way to 7, we lose. Threat can go up if you can't place any more droids. If you have to place, so basically if you have to place a blockade, if you can't place any more droids because you've completely ran out and the entire system has been overrun, or if you cannot place any more blockades. There's only 3 blockades total. There may also be cards that make the threat go up. For example, Ventress's ability, or maybe one of the cards in her deck, or one of the other villains. There are 3 other villains. You have Darth Maul, Grievous, and Dumb Guy. I forget what Dumb Guy's name is. General. No, he's not a general. Count Dooku. That's who it is. That's what I said. Dumb Guy. It sounds like Dookie. Count Dooku. And then of course we do have 5 more Jedi up there. We have Obi-Wan, Yoda, Ahsoka. Mace, Windu, and I forget the one Chica, because she isn't as well known. I mean, she was in Clone Wars actually for a while, but she's the green alien. And then Oddly's playing the blue alien. Her name is
Ayla.
Sekura, and then I am Anakin Skywalker. So that is who we are playing. So this game is similar to Pandemic. If you win, if you have eradicated the virus. No, yeah. So I think Peter, we probably answered that through going the rest, but no, the way you win is beating all 3, 6, 10. There is a huge mission deck, right? So there's different levels, but then there's put as many missions as you want in and make it as difficult as you want it to be. But once we defeat our 3, because we just want to do something quick just to show people how it plays, then we're going to flip over Asajj and she's going to tell us what we need to do. It could be complete another mission. It could be that now she's just more powerful and has more hit points. We don't know. I didn't look at it. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. All right. So we do need to roll to determine who goes first.
No, 20
Technically, we're not going to roll to see who goes first. I'm going first because I can attack Asajj and I don't want her to go bam like Marvel United. But we're going to talk about the extra life dice anyways.
Well,
Lo siento.
We have to change this because we repeat ourselves when we say about this. But this is the 20-sided extra life die. Because we support this Miracle Network.
Well, maybe somebody skipped the first part and they're listening to this part.
Okay, yeah. So you can help the kids also by donating using the links down below.
Yeah, I mean, we may just switch it to, we're going to roll our extra life die just so we mention extra life, but then just roll it. But yeah, so we are going to start with me. I have enough to defeat her. So I think I'm just going to go up there and do said thing. For me, I have a free action where I can attack and I can use any of my cards as if they were an attack this turn. So I basically get a free attack and I can make any card a red card, basically. So it just gives me more options. So I do need to get rid of her. So I'm going to go 1, 2. That's 2 actions. For my third action, I'm going to attack her. Now, I've got 2 benefits. I've got 2 attack automatically, so no problem with that. And then I do have a another one that I can use on a mission planet. I can add 2 to an attack attempt or a mission attempt on that planet. Right now, I think I'll leave it for a mission attempt. I don't think I'll need it for the attack because I have 2 attack already. So this is my just regular attack action. I got nothing. So I got nothing. Okay, so that was my 3rd. So here is my 4th. 4th is 2. And then I'm going to add 1, 2. I'll do both of mine to make it a total of, because I'm going to have to discard one because I don't have a yellow to defend. So I will just do boil for my 3rd. So that is 3. So Asajj runs away. All right. And because there is somebody left on the planet, because I didn't do 4 damage, well, do I want to... I don't want to discard this card, but I hate to discard this card. Because I need this. But this will help me with the mission. Oh, it's so tough. Yeah, I'm going to do... That's fine. I'll take the damage, so I do lose. I discard this card. Because he's there. I have 1 damage. So now I'm going to use my free action. And my free action allows me to use any of my cards as a attack card. So I do have a purple card here. Which doesn't matter. I completely annihilated him. Didn't even need to do that. So he goes away there. So that was my 4 actions plus my free action. And I didn't have to exhaust this because I rolled enough without exhausting it. All right, so now we need to resolve Asajj's deck. So the first card, just move that off the way. That's just a reminder to tell us to escalate if she's on a mission square.
It's a stalk. Ventress on board. Move Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission.
All right, she's not on board.
So Ventress on board. Place Ventress on the
top planet. So the top planet is Alderaan. So she comes right back to visit me. Which means
this one is discarded?
Yeah, just wherever you want to make her discard pile's fine. All right, and then we need to reveal 2 planets to populate. So we have Alderaan gets
on
Alderaan. It shows a dot. There it is, Alderaan. That's where I started. And Nal Hutta. There. Let me double check that it is only 1 droid per thing. Invade planets, flip over 1 at a time as many invasion cards in the top. That 1 droid. Yep. Okay. Only 1 droid. All right. So now it is Oddity's turn.
So you said you had enough to attack this.
Well, I had enough to attack her because I had 2 attack cards. So if you want to be able to attack, you're going to want some attack cards. So the only way you get those is from here. The question is whether you want to come down and beat her up and then help me with the mission, or...
I can move a lot, right?
Well, yeah, because your girl moves 2 for free, right?
Yeah.
Right, so move 2 for free. Take your coin with you.
Oh.
There you go. So that's your free action.
And then I can move.
You can do a regular move to move into the square with us.
See, it's connected.
Yeah. All right. You don't have any attack cards, so you've only taken 1 action, so you could technically draw 2 cards if you wanted to. You can do them at the same time. You can draw 1, see if you like it, draw another. All right, so that's 1 plus damage.
Damage.
And 2 plus damage. All right, so you're good to go. So you drew 2. That was your 2nd and 3rd action.
And then,
up here, so
attack.
We can't see all your cards, but at least you'll be able to see some of your cards that way. Okay. So now, your 3rd action you can, or your 4th action you can attack. Not me. Don't attack me. Earthquake Wade strikes again. All right, so you've done 2 damage. You need 3 to defeat her, so you'll need to use one of your cards. So just tap it sideways a little bit. All the bit. So that is 3. All the bit. So she goes away. Now, one thing, and the reason you don't want to, you want to have as many cards as possible, is because a tapped card doesn't refresh until it's your turn. So Aditi would not be able to help me with that purple card. She would with the red, but not the purple. All right. So now it is Ventress's turn. She goes after each one of us. That's the complexity. She goes after each one of us, and then we populate planets after each one. Assassin. Okay.
Assassin. Ventress on board?
Nope.
No. Then nothing because there is no
Ventress on board. Yeah, so nothing happens. So we're good to go. All right, so the first planet is Mancala, the fish people planet. That is way up there. Oops, I forgot to, on the new planets, I was forgetting to put my coins so we know. So the viewers at home know where the bad guys are.
Oh, this don't work.
Yeah, those are full already. But again, those are in here, so those will only come up if you draw the card that says shuffle. Oh no, I just put it under one just so that we can see it. That's all. And then the other one is Mandalore, which is right over next to you as well. It's just, again, so because visually now, like when I look on the screen, I can see where we all are. Without that, you can't. Like if I put this guy here,
he's lost.
I mean, you can kind of see him, but not really, because he's a lighter color. But you put him on a lighter planet. Well, now the black shows up. They're making a liar out of me, is what they're doing. All right. So now it's my turn. I don't have enough to complete the mission. My free action is only an attack, not to complete a mission. So I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw as much as I can. Draw. So I can draw 3 times. All right. So right now I have 1. I guess you can just really stack those when you have the same color. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 successes already. You have 1. That's technically enough to complete the mission. That's technically enough. So the block, is it block damage against you? Yeah, against your...
Okay.
Prevent 1 damage to a Jedi...
On your planet.
Oh, okay. So you could actually stop the damage against me. Okay. Completing this... Attempt mission. Oh, the dice don't count. Oh, no, we're doing the orange one. Never mind. We need 6 purple. Oh, never mind. I don't have purple. Use your red instead of your purple. Yeah, I didn't know it was purple. Okay. So we currently have 3 purple, 3, 4, 5. We currently do not have enough. So I did 1, 2. Please be purple. Please be purple. 3. Nope. All right, we don't have enough to defeat them. That was my 3rd action. So for my 4th action, I really can't do anything else. I guess I'll just draw another card. I got Hondo. Discard. Move 1 Jedi to any planet. Can't interrupt an action. Okay, so I can basically go, me or you, I can send us anywhere we need to go. Okay. So I wasn't able to do anything, so it is Asajj's turn. Hopefully she doesn't come visit us again.
No, on board.
All right, yep, so she doesn't do anything. All right. Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk is up around the middle. I do like on the cards, they make a red dot where they are.
Yeah, because if not...
I mean, I guess the more you play, you remember. Dathomir.
No, Dathomir.
Lay down, Molly's. All right, your turn. So we now, you refresh your purple, or your red card. All right. So my ally cards, can I do them on your turn? Molly. Lay down. Ally cards. Ally cards can be played during any player's turn. Okay. So ally cards can be played during any player's turn. So I can technically still play this card. So we currently have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 1 more purple. All right. So you're gonna have to draw because we got to get another purple to be successful. Because the dice don't count.
No.
What does she do?
Molly!
Molly, off. Off.
Off.
There
Lay
you-
down.
There we go. Good girl.
This one what?
Yeah, what's Padme do?
Discard during action step. The current Jedi does 2 extra actions. Oh. So me? I do 2 extra actions?
It says during an action step. There's
Discard
2 extra.
during-
Oh, I guess it's whatever action you're doing. So if you're attacking, it does 2 extra attack. If you're doing a mission, it does 2 extra mission. However, this mission can't. This is the mission that canceled the die, not that one. We technically could have 6 because of the rolling the die. So the question is, do you want to draw another card or just do the mission? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd only have to roll a 1 on the die to complete the mission.
Do I do it?
I mean, after if you were to complete the mission, then where would you go? I guess.
Okay.
All right, and then attack there.
Yeah.
So you've drawn once, mission 2, so you wouldn't be able to draw another card then. Because you only get 4 actions. Well, no, you get a free movement. That's right. Yeah, you could draw another card. You get a free movement. Purple card. Okay. All right, so roll the die for the mission. All right, so 1. If you exhaust both of yours, that's 2, 3, 2, 3, right? 4, and then I will discard that for 5, 6. So that is 6. So that is completed. However, we both have to take a damage, but we can block that. So I block it with my yellow.
I can block.
Yep, block with your yellow.
So which one?
Just turn the yellow sideways, blocks. Yep. Discard is if you take the damage. Yellow blocks, so you don't take any damage. All right, so we block the damage. When completed, search the squad deck. And search the squad deck and discard for Hondo and add him to the current Jedi's hand. Shuffle the deck. Well, I already have Hondo, so it didn't tell me to search other people's hands. So this was tipping points. It says the Jedi secretly aid a rebel cell led by Saul and Stila Guerrera as they resist Separatist rule of their homeworld. So I guess if you, I watched the Clone Wars cartoon, but it's been a long time, and then I didn't watch the last season, so I technically don't know what happened, except for I've watched the movie, so I do know what happened because movies come after that. So we did get a new one called Water War. So this goes to Mon Cala. This one needs 6 of a combination of red or yellow. When completed, roll the die 3 times. The current Jedi suffers 1 damage. Ooh. So whoever completes that is going to take 1 damage per time it's rolled on the die. Okay. All right. So then you have free movement. Take your coin. for the players at home, take your coin. That's why I'm just sliding, my guys. And then your 4th action would be attack.
Attack.
You did 1, but you do take you do 1, but there's nobody left on the planet, so you don't take any damage. You only take damage if there's something left on the planet. All right. So now it is Asajj's turn. Stalk.
Ventress on board?
Nope.
No. Place Ventress on the top planet.
So she's going to go to Dathomir, which technically currently doesn't bother us, because her put her little blue thing back on top of her. She's going to try to go up to that planet. So that's when it's going to bother us, is her card is going to say move her X number of spaces towards a mission, and then of course do damage to any Jedi near her, right? So yeah, so it's my turn. So I can ready my cards. So I could discard Hondo now and move to any planet, which would move me up there, but I don't even have close to enough cards to complete that mission. And then this one is the problem with this one was because of the dice. right? Molly, off.
Off.
Yeah, the problem with this one is we can't use our dice. So, I guess I will make... trying to think. Right now, it looks like we're better off trying Rishi because we have more purple. Well, we only have 4 purple. But we have red too because you can use purple and red. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6. We have enough to do that. So if I go 1, 2, 3, that'll use all my actions to get up there. But then I can move.
Oh,
but then I can move you up there with Hondo. So then you would be able to do Molly off. Molly off.
Baby, you were doing good. No.
And she probably wants to do something. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Okay. All right, guys, we are back. The puppies are pottied, so we are good to go. Okay, so what I was saying is if I go 4, 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I use him to move you up there with me, then on your turn, you can attempt the mission. I say attempt, we'll complete it because we have enough cards to complete it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use mine 1, 2. I do get a free action. So actually, before I make it up there, I'll use my free action to defeat a droid. So he is gone. So adios, droid. 3, 4. And then I'm going to discard Hondo to move you up here with me. All right. So Ventress's turn.
Oh, this is the foreign planet under sea.
Oh, this is not the good one.
Advance the invasion
track
marker.
All right, so it goes to. It's still at 2, so that's okay.
Draw the bottom card of the invasion deck to fill the matching planet with 3 droids.
With 3 droids. Okay. So Rishi, which
We're
is where we
there.
are. Well, again, we can complete missions with. Whoops. The bad guys are all falling over. They're shocked that just happened. We can still complete missions with these guys here. They're just kind of an annoyance. Oh, I grabbed 3 of the same ones. They're the crouching guys. They're taking positions. They're hiding behind the mission objective.
Shuffle the invasion of this card pile. Then place it face down on top of the invasion deck.
So 2 cards are going to get put in that weren't in there before, and that's basically mission objectives. So now it is more crucial that we clear out these 3s because these cards are now going to be on the top of the deck, just like regular Pandemic. So, or actually, it says shuffle. No, that's the difference between regular Pandemic. Regular Pandemic, you don't shuffle. Regular Pandemic, you shuffle these cards, but then you just put them back on top of the deck. This one, it said shuffle the whole deck, right?
It's
shuffle the whole deck.
Shuffle the invasion discard pile.
Oh, shuffle this pile, okay. And then put it back on. No, I'm sorry. It's when we run out.
And then place it face down on top.
So the change is when we run out of a deck, you shuffle the entire deck. And in regular Pandemic, you don't do that, I don't think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so these are all going to be on the top. Everywhere that's got 3 plus the 2 missions. So we may run into an issue. Again, luckily we're only still at 2 invasion. The 3rd invasion would be Malo. All right, so we did that. That was her turn. Put her little blue marker back. But at least she didn't move towards the mission, so that's good. All right, so the first one is Tatooine, which is... That just went to 3. Then the next one is Sullust, which is now going to explode. So it gets one of those, and the threat goes up to 1. No bueno.
And we're far
Not the end of the world. I mean, but again, we're right on top of it.
We go here, right?
No, yeah, there's no around the world like a Pandemic, yeah. But I mean, you're very mobile, so if you complete that mission, you can take out at least one of those guys, and then you make your way down here. Because we need to get more yellows is the problem. Okay, so it's your turn. So ready all your cards.
Ready my cards.
Oh, and you get 2, and with Padme, you can technically get 2 free attacks on those droids.
With what?
Padme. She gives you +2 to the dice, remember? Depending what you're trying to accomplish.
2 extra actions. Okay. So attack first.
No, complete the mission.
Complete the mission first.
Yeah, so dice rolls don't count. So you got to roll the dice anyways because you might get a damage symbol. You didn't. No. It's blank anyway, so hey, that's perfect. All right, and then we need a total of 6. So you have 3, I have 3. So that is 6. So that is completed. There is no end of when completed. Some say when completed, when revealed. There's just different things. This one just has a mission effect. Clones must defend a Republic listening post from attack by disguised droid commandos. All right. So that was your first action.
Attack.
All right.
No, see.
Yep. So you got rid of 1. The question is, do you want to use Padme now, or do you want to save her maybe for Ventress's final form?
You mean the other action?
Yeah. I mean, I can try to take them out too, but really the key is to get them less than 3. And that's the key, is to get it less than 3. So you would be, right now you can get rid of 1, which is enough.
Yeah.
All right, so that was your second action. You have your free action, which lets you move 2.
I should go here.
Do we just draw? No, we just drew Tantarine. You kind of want to get down here.
Okay.
So your free action moves you 2. 1, 2. Nope.
No.
2. Now you can use your flight card to go 2. All right. So it was 1 was the mission, 2 was the droid, 3 was this one. So you have 1 more. So
move.
Yeah. All right. So
costs?
because Sullust we just drew. So Bardata would be the next one that we could possibly draw. And there's no easier way to get there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always 5. Because it says you can only use 1. Yeah, you can only use 1 blue card per flight. That shows you used it. Okay. All right, Ventress's turn then.
Ultimo.
Yeah, which you'll have to shuffle the deck.
Night Sister. Move Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission.
Okay.
Then each Jedi on her planet or a connected planet exhausts 1 card.
It's not up. And then what's under the line?
Draw another villain
So you
card.
still have to do that because it didn't say on board or off board. So now you have to shuffle the deck and then draw another one. Yeah, that's not a good one. Don't get the shuffle back in the deck card, please.
You want to do it? I don't want to be responsible.
No, you're going to be responsible. We're only at 2 threat. We're not too bad right now.
Okay, I draw, you pick. Or do
No,
we
you
pick
draw.
the
Just
person?
draw. The first one. Night Seer. Ventress on board. Move Ventress towards the planet.
It's the same one.
And draw another card.
Assassin. On board. Roll the die. Move Ventress 1 planet per
Each success.
success or the closest mission.
Yes, let's roll it. Zero. Oh, that's not good. So I have to go that way. Because on the next turn, if she's still there, she's going to increase threat. Okay, so I have to go that way. I have to leave these guys in the dust. All right, so ready to go my card, which is fine for me. I technically have no problem defeating her because I've got 3 attack plus my free action attack, which even lets me use this as an attack. So technically I can do 4 attack easily. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. And then for my one and only action, I'm going to beat up on her. So 1, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, because we need red for that one. So, well, I'm not going to get... Well, I am where I need to be to try to do the mission. I just don't have enough to do the mission. Although you could discard... No, you discarding Padme would only give me 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, plus whatever I roll. Nah, I think that's too risky. So what did I do? I did 1, 2, 3. 3 was attacking her, so she gets eliminated. And I think for my 4th action, I'll draw to maybe get another red, or there we go, another red. I got Rex. 4. All right. And then I got my free action, which is a free attack. Where's that one little droid? Whoa! I killed the wrong droid.
You already killed it?
I killed the wrong droid. Roger, Roger.
One.
Roger, Roger. Uno. Adios. All right. Guess whose turn it is?
This one.
This one. See. No shuffle, shuffle. Assassin.
Assassin. Roll the die. Move
No,
and
she's not on the board, so we're good.
Oh, okay, you're off the board.
Hello.
That is not off the board.
So Nal Hata. Key. E. Mancala, which is where I just eliminated a guy. So he is going back. Boop. All right. Tuterno. Yeah, you
Attack.
attack it. Oh, ready your cards.
3 cards.
And you are at your max, right? You have 7 cards right now.
Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, well, I'm at 5 because I keep using my allies. Yeah. Uno. So you take out one. The question is, do you want to exhaust your purples to take out all three? You don't need them for the quest, so.
Yes.
All right, so they are gone. And you're gonna go after the blockade, or do you want to only use
That
one
was
of them,
just, no,
or do you want to
was...
only use one so that way you can have one of them? Well, you could use the red one here.
So what I did was.
Yeah, I would leave one there. So untap one of those purple ones. Yeah, that was your first action.
All of this is active.
Those are active. Yep. So then I would come over here because we need to get rid of this because that'll be nasty.
So this is
if we have to shuffle.
2 actions.
That's 2. And 3 would be attack it. And so you have to attack this first. So you need 2 to defeat it. That's why I said don't undo your cards. Or 2 undo your cards.
And if I don't defeat it, I will take damage per...
If there's a damage thing on icon on it, yeah. Well, but you have a thing. All right, so 3. So 2, 3. If you exhaust both of those, 4, 5. That's total. And then you don't take damage because nobody's there. Muy bien. Gracias. Y tú? So that was 3, right? You did 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So you have your free action. You kind of... Yeah, you kind of want to come up to me. So going
if I
probably...
Go, it would be 2?
Well, free action does 2, right? That's her ability.
Yes.
Yep, so you get to go 2 for her.
So 1, 2.
2. And then you can, for your 4th action, use one of your ships to go 2.
2, 3.
1, 2. Yep. Right, and then tap your card so you know that you used it. Technically, it doesn't matter. Well, it would matter in terms of completing a quest if there was a quest that needed blue.
1 or both?
Use your 1. You can only use 1. Basically, it says double your flight. So your normal flight is 1. So you're basically doubling it to 2. I don't know why they've got it worded that way. Oh, I guess you could actually double this. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Double the flight.
You double your flight.
And
this is a flight. That counts as a flight, right?
It should, because it's
moving is your flight. So you could actually move 4 with that, I would think. So if that's the case, yeah, you would have gotten 2 more spaces, 1, 2. And technically on that other round, you would have been down here and could have done an attack. So so now, yes. I was like, why is it saying double the move? I'm like, unless somebody has more movement than normal. So you have more movement than normal. All right, so you're up there with me. Unfortunately, well, you can help me, but only with the yellow card. All right, but it is Ventress's turn. Primer.
Off board. Place Ventress on the top planet.
So that is where we are, which means we cannot complete that mission until we kill her again. We just keep killing her again and again and again and again. Okay. Onderon. I thought it was Alderaan, but it's Onderon, which is okay. It's in the middle. Okay. And Kashyyyk, which was up here where we are. Oh, there's already a guy there. He's got a buddy now. Hola, Roger, Roger. Okay. Well, yeah, we have to defeat her, so I will untap these. We need these for the mission. I get a free attack anyways, but then I have to tap cards, and we need these for that, which is 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm just going to do a raw attack. I've got at least 2 to try to. Ooh, right off the bat, 3. And then I don't want to tap this, so I'm actually going to do this to make it 4, to get rid of her and her little buddy. All right, so that was my first action. The problem is I don't quite have enough by myself to complete that. So that was 1. Actually, I'm going to say that was my free action. That was my free action. So I haven't taken any action. So 2. Ooh, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. And now it's 1. 1 was draw. 2 is draw again. 2. 3. Ooh, what's the Chancellor do? Discard one. Discard. One Jedi may discard one squad card to draw 3 cards. Can't interrupt an action. So the problem is, in order for me to have this card, I actually have to take it, which means I do have to discard a card to take it. And I would have discarded that card anyways. But what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and play it to discard this card. And then draw 3. Which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I discard that. So I have 7. I can do the mission by myself now. So I'm going to do the mission. Have 2, take 1 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. And then it says take 1 damage, so I'm going to use this to block that damage. Right. And then I completed it. So it says when completed, roll the die 3 times for damage. 1, no damage. 2, no damage. 3, 1 damage, but I will block that one as well. Getting all those yellow cards were very helpful. All right, so that is the 3rd mission down. That means we need to flip Ventress over. And you have to bring her over here so we can read her, or you can read her.
Final setup. Place Ventress on both mission markers on Solust.
Solust. Okay. All right, so she comes down here, which is completely opposite of where we were.
Build Solust to 2 droids.
Those droids.
Return distinctly to the box.
All right. Hello, box. This is the box. We'll call this the box. It's the table box. All right. So then her mission. Oh, of course, I got rid of all my blues, but you got 2 blues, so that's good. I still have all my reds, so that's
so we
good.
need 10.
So we just need 10.
Red and blue.
Oh, I've got 4. You have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with Padme. And if you roll a 1, yeah, that's good. All right. So Asajj Ventress. It's just flavor text, yeah. Asajj Ventress. Ventress leads droid forces to battle above Sullust when she is suddenly betrayed by her master. She lashes out at her Jedi pursuers. All right, so that is our current quest. I did all of my stuff. So it is, the threat's going to go up every turn now. Almost. Because she's on the quest objectives. Oh, no, we got rid of this. This doesn't happen anymore. Okay, no, we're good. All right, so her card, because that was my 4th action. Beezy Bee, what are you doing, sweetie? Come lay down.
Oh. On board. Move Ventress 1 planet toward the closest mission.
She's already there, so that's it. So her cards really don't do much now because she's where she needs to be. Utapo. Oi, that's the 3rd one. And that shuffle's coming up at a certain point too. Dathomir. All right. Roger. So yeah, we have to get down here. We need lots of flight, lots of attack. I used all of my attack, so technically I don't have anything to help you with right now. So yeah, we gotta get down here though. So I guess that's what most of this. So ready all your cards. All right, so you can move basically 6 with 1 action.
Where is me? There.
Okay.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You basically can make it down to her with 1 action, and then just exhaust both of your ships because we can't complete the mission right now. Problem is if you exhaust them, then we can't use them on the mission. So maybe we don't want to exhaust them. If you don't exhaust them, you can go 6 without exhausting them. That would just be the end of your turn.
But how? 2 of these,
and then your 4 actions is movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So because then we have them for the objective, right?
Okay.
All right. So Ventress's turn. I think that's the shuffle card, and it's the last one. Yep. All right. So first thing is
advance the invasion marker.
Oh, we're drawing 3 cards now. Draw the bottom
Draw the
card.
bottom card of the invasion deck.
Dos.
Fill the matching planet to 3 droid.
Oh, to 3. Oh, that's right. Because then you're shuffling it, it might come back out again. It is 3. 1, 2, 3. Tres. All right.
Shuffle the invasion discard pile. Then place it face down on top of the invasion deck.
Good.
And shuffle it again.
Yep, because that was our last card. Yep. And thing is, yeah, we still haven't done because she happens first. You have to do a draw after this. That's why, like, when I think Pandemic had told you to draw when that card came out. This one doesn't tell you to draw because it happens before the draw. Because in Pandemic, that type of card is in the deck. Remember? And then you pull it out. It's called an outbreak card. All right. The first one is Nalhutta, which doesn't explode yet. We have to do 3 cards. Kashyyyk. That one I thought was kind of in danger. Where's Kashyyyk? No, Kashyyyk is at 3 now. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna get well.
Well, we have 3.
Dathomir.
1,
Yeah,
2,
because
3,
of the
4, 5.
Yeah, it started expanding very quickly. Dathomir is over here. Oh, that's a 3 now too. Well, I mean, again, I can get rid of things as I come down. The problem is we have one that's 3 that was not just drawn. Utapi was not just drawn. Rhyolith was not drawn. And okay, so these 3. Oh, they're going to explode if we don't get in there. We got a handful of droids left. Well, that kind of ruins our plan because, yeah, you can go up to that one, but our plan was to try to complete this. Problem is, I can't move as far as you. And using my action, see, I wish it was like regular Pandemic where this went through and came out to this other side. All right, so ready all my cards. All right, because yeah, even if I come in, I still can't get over here to do an attack. That's more than 4 away. And just do Dathomir. So that one's okay for a minute, unless we draw it out of her deck. Kashyyyk is okay for a minute. Nalhutta. That's a problem. The 2 that I can attack, or all 3 of them that I can attack, are the ones that are safe. Technically. Again, as long as we don't get that card again. If we get that card again, it's almost game over, I think, because we would almost be guaranteed to draw these 3 cards. That's fine. I'll make
That way.
If I go this way, we got to get these 2. So I guess best option would be 1 action, 2 action would be going to Hutta. 3rd action is my free action, which does 1 damage. And then I'll go ahead and use 2 of my cards. No, not these 2. Those 2 are needed for the quest. I'll use 2 of my defense cards to get rid of 2. I guess it really doesn't matter if I do 2 or 3, does it? So 1, 2, free action, 3, 4, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I can't get to either one of these. Okay. Yeah, since I can't beat up anybody else, I'll just do all 3 of them. It doesn't matter because otherwise I was gonna have to do it for. Oh no, I didn't do a damage. Okay, so I'll just do. Yeah, but it's my turn, so it's yeah. I can't do anything else on my turn, so it doesn't matter. Okay, 3, 4. Down to Camino. Asajj's turn. One of these 2 is blowing up. Oh no, the whole world is blowing up. All right. Or the whole galaxy. Okay, so that's that one. Draw the bottom card. Put 3 on Mustafar, and this deck is so small, we're guaranteed to get him a blockade.
There are already 3. It says fill 2, 3.
No, Mustafar.
Oh.
which is down here with me. Hi, Bella. What are you looking, sweetie? All right, and then we shuffle these 4 cards, or these 5 cards. Why do I have 4 cards and not 5? Oh, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then I just drew this one 4. Oh, yeesh. Math is hard, guys. Stay in school. Okay? And now I need to draw 3 cards. They're all going to get a blockade. So Balthamir gets a blockade. And that goes up to 2. Mustafar gets a blockade. And where's Mustafar? Down here. That goes up to 3. Goes up to 3. And then Kashyyyk gets a blockade, which is there. Why didn't I go with the Kashyyyk? Oh, because I didn't.
I don't know.
Why didn't I go to Kashyyyk?
You wanted to do something. I don't know.
See, but Kashyyyk I knew was going to get shuffled. Oh no, Kashyyyk is the one I just drew, wasn't it? No, I drew Mustafar. Why didn't I go to Kashyyyk instead of Nalhada? Would have been 1, 2 would have been free action. 3. I'd still end up in the same spot. So technically, let's do that and leave it on 3. And so instead, this would just get 1. Yeah, I don't know why I went to Nalhada, because Nalhada wasn't one of the 3 that could get pulled. Kashyyyk was. That was just stupid of me. Okay, do that no. I'm nowhere near to help you, so you would have to roll really, really good.
I am always getting 1 or so.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You've got 2, 3. You're currently at 4. You can't roll a 6.
Do I do something here first?
You have 1, 2, 3. You have 2, 4, 5. The most you can get on a die, I think, is 3. So that'd be 8. So you still don't have 10. So the question would be whether or not you want to clear one of these 2s. Well, this one exploded. Utapu is going to explode next. So, and that's our last one of those.
And what happens is after? So I don't know. Should I do here first or there first?
There. This has already got something.
Okay, so no.
You got your free action or your just a regular action? Because you also need to go to Ryloth. So I'd say Ryloth would be your free one, because that's 1, 2. So this would just be a regular action. Okay. 1 to move here.
Regular action. That's 1.
1.
I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, you only have to take out 1 technically. Take out 2, and then you can either block the damage or use one of your attack cards. One of your purple cards. Use your purple card.
That's 2.
That's 2. Free action.
3.
Nope, free action.
Well, free, but how many do I have in total?
That's your free. Now you have 2 more left. 3 and 4.
Attack it.
Get through to 1. Which is technically enough.
And
you have 1 action left. If you want to draw a card, maybe see if you get another blue or red.
I have 7.
Yeah, you'll just discard a non-blue, or you discard that purple that you've already used this round. Works great. You can do that too. So you can actually discard. So it's another blue. Yep. So then discard that purple. So now you're up to what? 2 for Padme. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're up to 6. We need 10. So we if both of us are on the planet, we're good, because I've got all this red here. So if I take care of Tatooine, we shouldn't have to clear anything else out, and I can make my way down here. Okay. Ventress.
Assassin.
Oh, assassin.
On board.
She's already there.
Roll the die.
She moves to where she is. And then take, or...
Then it should die on her planet.
Well, it's because you left, didn't it? You would have taken damage.
On damage.
All right, so Nal Hutta. So it was one of the ones that got shuffled back in. Right? Yeah, it was one that got shuffled. Both of those got shuffled in, so it was a matter of getting rid of one or the other. I should have gone there and then there. That's fine, whatever. I messed up both ways, so I'll go ahead and put it up to 4. Same outcome as my correction earlier. It doesn't matter. Oh, guess what? Tatooine, we can't put one there. We can't put one of them, so threat goes up. I don't know if it goes up 1. I don't know if it goes up 1 or 2. It technically goes up when you place a blockade. If you would place a 4th droid on planet instead. Oh, okay. If you would place a 4th droid instead, place an occupation. When the occupation occurs, advance the threat. So an occupation's occurring, so you advance the threat 1 space. This is step 1. Advance the threat 1 space. Place a blockade on the planet. A single planet can have multiple blockades. Droids do not count an outbreak. Do that. Blockades. If you need to place a blockade, but there are no blockades left in the supply, advance the threat marker 1 space per blockade you cannot place. So it goes to 6. So your thought of, getting rid of this, technically
didn't work.
No, technically would have been a good idea. Mm-hmm. But you don't know. Yeah, you don't know. I forgot Tatooine. It's like I remember what cards, but remember, it was just 4 cards that I shuffled back in. This was the first card of the non-shuffled. So knowing that Tatooine was going to come up. Oh, see, I say go to Rylith because I thought Rylith was one of the top cards. It's not. It wasn't one of the 5 that we shuffled. That's so hard to remember. All right. So meet Terno. So we need to complete that mission. We need the blockades going. Otherwise, it is. If we get one more explosion, it's done. Technically, though, nothing else should be able to explode because Tatooine just came out. Is Mustafar in here? Yeah, Mustafar. Oops. Mustafar's already in here. Nal Hutta's already in here. Dokmir's already in here. So technically, everything that's could explode again is right here, and that card is in the discard pile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got a couple left. Yeah. So I think we just need to go after the mission. So, I wish I had some planes. Because without a plane, I can't make it. 1, 2, 3. I can make it to here without a plane. And the problem is if I use an action to get a plane, if I get a plane, then I'm still only at 4, right? Because it's just doubling. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can't. It's 5. It's no matter which way I go, it's 5. I guess I'm going down here. And then use my free action to get rid of the blockade. All right, it's gonna take us 2 more turns, 2 more rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will use my free action. I'm not exhausting any of these, but my free action does allow me to exhaust these to get rid of things too. So I'm using my free action to attack. So that's 2, which is enough to get rid of the blockade. I'm going to exhaust all 3 of my yellows to get rid of those guys. Those guys again. Right? Ventress's. Oh, now I'm 1 away from her. I might have to take damage. Might not have been good to get rid of all 3 of them. Hang on. I'm only going to get rid of 2 of them, just in case she makes me take damage. Okay.
She doesn't move because she's.
She doesn't move because she's already there. And and it wasn't a do damage one?
No.
No. Okay. All right, so 3 cards. Alderaan gets a buddy.
Baby.
Celestai Caspito. Meow. Ooh, that's at 3. Where she is. He always wants food. Caspito. Good thing you got rid of that one. That actually did work out good. All right. So you need to get down here. and then you technically you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, the most you can roll on the dice is 4.
You said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The most you can roll on the dice is 4. So if you do your free action, that'd be 1, 2. So that's not an action. So 1, 2, and then you use 2 movement, 3, 1, 2, and then if you draw a card, that would be 3, and maybe that'd be cutting it really close, and you'd have to discard Padme. So you can just come down here and attack the droids. Still, you could still draw a card technically. So like, well, unless you want to get rid of one of these guys first before you leave.
Yeah.
So you get rid of one, and then your yellow card, so you don't take damage. Yep. All right, so that's 1. That was your free action. 2, 3. Oh, you're right. So free action, 2. So now you have. Oh, so you could have drawn 2 cards then, right? Because this is free. So this would have been 1. Draw 2 cards for 2, 3. That might have been better than taking that guy out. Because you might get enough cards to do this. Yeah, so untap that. Put that back. And then now, draw 1 card. That doesn't help you. Draw 2 cards. Purple doesn't help you. Dang it. Okay, now you can attack. You can still attack. That was only your 3rd move. And no damage. Nobody gets taken out. That's fine. All right, so Ventress's turn, although you might take damage now. So this might actually also be good because now you might take damage and you got the yellow card to block it. Ventress, no. Towards mission. Okay, no damage. All right. Utapi. Utapau. Utapau. I don't know either. That's one that I don't recognize. Moncala, which is the water planet. Ventress. Oh, that blows. We can't do anything while that's there. So well, it's fine though. I mean, I get a free attack, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh no, that's game over.
Because of that, yeah.
That's game over. We had it on the next turn. I forgot these are in there. Oh, yeah. So at the end of the game, you have both the orange.
If I had attacked at least one, then we would not.
Yeah. Well, no. You could have. You could have exhausted your purple card. Sorry. Yeah. You could have done that. You could have exhausted that purple card. That would have gotten rid of 1.
Okay.
Yeah. CCC. I keep forgetting. Yeah, you can tap your cards, and we don't need the purple ones. Yeah. So now that just added the 3rd one. So now we're still in it, and then they're not blocking this. So normally you can't do a mission while the villain is there, but the final mission you have to because the villain's going to technically be there the whole time. You have no other way to do it. And they don't have hit points anymore because we flipped over the card. So my first actions go in. My second action is to complete the mission. See? So we should be able to complete the mission. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11. So 11. Estas muertes. Woohoo! That was close. I wonder. It was my fault. The question is, we would have lost. If technically we couldn't have, we would have lost because that would have been on that same spot. If I was still way up here and couldn't have gotten down here to at least take one thing out, we would have lost as soon as we would have drawn again. Wow. So that was close. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and flip over and do our first impressions. There we go. All All right, guys, so that is Star Wars Pandemic, or Star Wars The Clone Wars. And of course, I knew that was going to happen. So Molly hit the camera, so we're going to flip back over here.
Mollis.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to get that camera. Well, she's normally not here.
She is. Oh, her paw. I know what wire it is. She was.
Yeah, she hits that one USB wire, and it barely shakes it barely shakes the cord, and that cord's very loose. If that cord messes up, it's that USB to HDMI adapter. It does that. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, because, well, technically I'm going to have to put a chapter at this point. That was Star Wars The Clone Wars, a Pandemic system game. A little bit different than regular Pandemic, of course. So, of course, we're going to go over our first impression. So the first thing is components. So everything you see here technically is included. The minis do not come painted. Of course, we paint the minis. We do that, and we always want them painted before our live streams. That way you guys can see what they look like and what we do in case you decide you want to take advantage of our extra life incentive to get these painted. Of course, we have pictures up on Instagram. This is the cheapest level. What I painted here, this is using... No, it's the second. It's the second level. This is painting it with speed paints. The lower level below this is actually what I was thinking about doing, which was more of a wash. I was going to do them all white and then do highlights of their lightsaber colors. But all the bad guys would look the same. They would all be red, so it didn't do that. But yeah, all the minis are here. The coins, of course, we did for visual purposes. The coins don't come with it. Cards are cards. They actually have a linen finish, which is kind of surprising for a retail game. But yeah, I think all the components are fine. They serve their purpose. The minis actually have a decent amount of detail. I've seen some people that have painted them up really nice, and I'm like, those are tiny minis. How did you do that? But yeah, what do you think about the components?
I like everything.
The text and everything.
I think that the text is very simple. It's clear.
The icons are good.
The icons are really good. The die is really nice.
The big chunky die.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit too big, to be honest. Because in the pack, when it came in the box, it barely fits. You have to kind of slide it off to the side so it slightly goes over the side of one of the cards. But he's trying to just take out all of the droids. This is not bowling for droids. All right, so the next thing is the mechanics. Now, if you watched our top 25 video, of course, Pandemic Legacy did make it into my top 25. I don't remember where it was in oddities, but I imagine it was probably pretty high. So we do like the Pandemic system. The question is, do we like the changes that they did for this? So standard Pandemic, of course, you're trying to race around. You have the explosion of the viruses. You're trying to cure the viruses. This one, you're trying to go around, complete the missions, and defeat the villain. So what did you think about the new mechanics?
I think it is interesting that it is a little bit different. Not exactly the same. It's a different game.
Yeah, it feels like a different game, but it still feels like Pandemic because you're drawing the 3 cards. You get the droids out there. Mm-hmm.
I like all that, but I like that it has different, because then otherwise it would be just like the theme. Yeah.
So I like it. This is actually there was another one, the World of Warcraft one they did as well, the Wrath of the Lich King. And I was debating picking that one up, but it was kind of expensive. This one isn't that inexpensive, except for when you can get it on sale. So I was like, eh. But when this one came out, I was like, I'll pay the extra money because, as you mentioned, theme would do much more for me and Audrey because she's never played World of Warcraft and Wrath of the Lich King. I have, she hasn't. So no, I like the new mechanics. I like the card play. I like that when both people are on there, you can combine your cards. You can use your cards to do extra actions in the spaces. The defense, I mean, it's neat. And then the individual player powers are different. I mean, Pandemic, you get individual player powers if you're the medic or whatever, but I like how these are still different with the way that the game plays. The acceleration feels about the same. And it really is. It's luck of the card draw, right? As the Pandemic system as a whole has a natural in-game trigger. it kind of will end itself at a certain point, because you're going to start shuffling these cards in, and you're going to have less and less of them, and your threat track is going to go higher and higher. So at some point, for example, if the invasion got all the way up to 4, which in this one, I'm not sure if there's another way to make the invasion go up. I think just one of her cards, right, made it go up? I don't remember how we made the invasion go up. I think it was one of her cards. I think one of her cards makes the invasion go up. It's that one card that makes us increase the invasion plus do all the other stuff. This one. Yeah, the planet siege. Yeah, so the planet under siege makes it go up. So I don't even know if you would get to 4, but some of the other villains may have more cards that make that invasion go up. Because same thing, if the invasion gets to 4 and you ever have to do it again, the threat goes up as well. So I like that Pandemic, the game will end itself. The game is not meant to be terribly long. It took us about an hour and a half with us stopping with an overview. I would say probably the total play time was about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So I do like that. Next would be the difficulty. Now we did play Asajj. She is supposed to be the entry level, the tutorial boss. But what did you think, at least at this level of the difficulty?
I don't know. I mean, because it is co-op, it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's co-op. It is easy,
difficult.
but to us, well,
it's not that difficult.
You're right. Pandemic is a welcoming game. A lot of people, their first game probably in the hobby was a Pandemic game.
But wait, we're talking about the difficulty to win or the difficulty to learn how to play?
Both. You can talk about both.
What are your...
Just whatever you want to talk about first. Or talk about both of them at the same time. The difficulty to learn, it's not very difficult to learn.
It's not very difficult to learn.
The difficulty to play, depending... I think it's depending who you have at the table, though, too. Because this is one problem with Pandemic, and Pandemic does fall into this area, which is quarterbacking, where one player kind of controls the whole game and tells the other players what to do. I watch Board Game Geek's playthrough of this, and the one guy in any game, he's supposed to be the teacher and all, but a lot of times I can see him quarterbacking without him trying to, right? And sometimes it does come off a little bit pushy. Now I know that, I don't want to say that I quarterback, but I give my advice and you usually just do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to tell you to move your player a certain way. I mean, and I'm trying to get better about telling you to put your person. But we do talk. We like, if we go here and here, or should we go here and here? Like, I think that's more of a planning than quarterbacking. Yes. But I think that's where the difficulty could change. If you have some good players, the difficulty is not going to be so hard, whether they're quarterbacking or not, because they're going to know how to plan. They're going to know how to tell you how to do things. Example is when we played Pandemic Legacy with my sister. My sister had never played Pandemic. You had never played Pandemic. I had. So I understood that certain things might happen if we don't do certain things.
Yeah.
And once or twice you guys vetoed me, and certain things happened because we didn't do certain things. So, the difficulty I think does scale based on player experience. However, this one, at least Asajj, didn't feel too difficult. Plus, you can modify the difficulty. Remember, you can do as many quests as you want, right? And we did 3. So if somebody were to play 3 and is much better at Pandemic than we are, because we made it to 6, then play with 4 missions, 5 missions, because that means you are out there more, meaning more of the droids come out, more chances for that Under Siege card to come out, more invasion, more, because you have more of these mission cards. Now at 2 players, so we'll roll into fun at 2 players. At 2 players, I'm thinking you would have to be pretty good at Pandemic to do more mission cards. Again, we're still novices. We really like the system. We just don't play it enough. But I think that if we would have done 4 mission cards, we probably would have definitely lost.
Yeah, I mean, we were so close. Yeah.
We probably would have definitely lost. But maybe not, because maybe we wouldn't have been focusing on coming down here, right?
Maybe.
Maybe we would have come around, and as we were going through, we would have taken out a droid here and there. So maybe not. But that is nice that you can upgrade that. I was afraid this wouldn't be balanced at 2 because I felt like the map is so big. And I still feel that a little bit. I feel like the map is a little bit big for 2 people to cover the whole thing. Because like you said, you can't go from the top of the board to the bottom of the board or from the left of the board to the right of the board like you can in regular Pandemic. But I had fun at 2. What do you think about 2-player?
I loved it at 2.
I really loved it.
But it would be very interesting to play with more players.
No, definitely. I think it would be more fun with more players. I would definitely say if you play with more players, you're probably definitely going to add more missions.
Yeah.
Because to me, I felt like, we got these missions done pretty easily with just the 2 of us because we had enough cards. With more players, you're going to have more players that can contribute cards to completing a mission. Yes. Right? And you're going to have more players you can basically have 2 people just say, okay, your job, like me, because Anakin does attacking, my job would have been running around just attacking people. You have movement, so your objective would have been probably quests because you would have been able to get as far as you could to complete quests. So, I would definitely like to play with more players. I know we like Pandemic at higher player counts as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is not language independent. So it is not a game that we could, but the language, there isn't much.
There is not much. Like,
if you tell, you just teach them the color. You say, okay, purple plus 1 to your dice.
And you handle
red these. Plus 1 to your dice. Yeah, and then we handle those. So technically, you could play with somebody who does not know how to read or cannot read the language that it's written in. All right. Last thing is the theme. One is whether or not you felt like you were doing this theme, and 2, whether or not you like the theme as a whole.
I like the theme as a whole. Yes, I felt it was.
You're chasing her down, defeating her. It'd be better if I would have read the flavor text as we were trying to complete the missions instead of afterwards to give it a little bit more theme. But no, we like Star Wars. Definitely a theme that we like. Well, I was gonna say you can see, but Molly got rid of her webcam already. But it is an IP that we like, and anytime there's a Star Wars game, and there's not many that come out, it's definitely one I want to try. There are 3 big Star Wars games or 4 big Star Wars games that unfortunately I doubt we would get into because of playtime. One is Star Wars Rebellion, which can be 3 to 5 hours. The next is
in just one session.
Yeah, Star Wars Legion, which is a kind of a tabletop battle game. I think that might be a little bit quick, but it's kind of like any other miniature war game. You got to buy a whole bunch of minis, paint a whole bunch of minis, and they overcharge for the minis. So like, for example, I can get this whole board game with these minis for $50 with how many's in this thing, right? If I were to buy that thing in Star Wars Legion, I'd get like 3 minis for $50, right? Shatterpoint is another one. That's one based off of Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is another game that honestly is the game that made me want to get into doing board game content and more board game. I wanted to play Marvel Crisis Protocol, but it was so expensive per character. And then I saw things like Marvel United and all this where I could get hundreds of minis for a lot less. So I doubt we'd ever play Shatterpoint. And then the last one is Outer Rim, which is like a smuggler one. And same thing, I've heard that one can go 3 to 5 hours as well, depending on player count and what you're trying to accomplish. Now that one, because I watched Gaming Rules, he did a bunch of Star Wars stuff on May the 4th. He said you can technically change that one because you just decrease the objective requirements. So instead of having to complete 10 smuggler missions, you only have to complete 5. And that could cut that one down. So if you guys want to see any of that Star Wars content, let us know down below which game we should try. Maybe if it's one of those longer ones, we would try it as a charity stream or a membership stream. So that way it would be members only, which technically would be for charity as well. But if they want to support said charity or see said gameplay, what do they need to do?
Donate to Extra Life using the links that are down below.
Gotta go like this.
Yeah, help the niños.
Para los niños.
And also, of course, subscribe. Activate
notifications.
And follow us on social media.
Follow us on social media so you can see all. I've gotten these posted so you can see our wonderful painted minis to know whether or not you want to do that Extra Life incentive to have us paint your minis. And all that stuff. But until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.